For more on this latest development, we can cross to Amsterdam and speak to correspondent Fernande van Tets. Now, Fernande, as we've been discussing, South Africa has just filed this application. What more can you tell us about it?
So it is a very comprehensive document outlining what they see as violations of this 1948 Convention on the Prevention of Genocide. They say that, the Israel's actions are tantamount to genocidal actions, that they're being committed and they have been committed. They refer to killing of Palestinians, but also the living conditions there, the cutting off of food, of medicine, and that these living conditions are aimed at basically wiping out the Palestinians in Gaza as they see it. They also refer to a number of UN reports on this where they've said that these actions are tantamount to genocide. They've said that also the amount of doctors and academics, teachers, journalists, of course, as well, are being killed in wholly unprecedented numbers. And it's a really grim read, really, these 80-page document outlining all these violations that have been committed. And they're hoping that the court will act swiftly and provide provisional measures that basically call a halt to all military operations by Israel in and against Gaza.
Now, South Africa has been very vocal in its criticism of Israel's military operations in Gaza. In the past, the president accusing Israel of committing war crimes there. So what sort of impact is this filing likely to have on Israel and also on the wider international community?
Well, this is, of course, a very symbolic thing to bring Israel to the International Court of Justice. They're hoping to have a hearing within days, in the week starting next week. And of course, that will shine a spotlight on the things that have been going on, the crimes that have been committed, according to South Africa, in the Gaza Strip. So it is symbolic. The International Court of Justice, of course, is the UN's top court. It is where countries can take each other to fight out such things, but whether it will be effective, that remains to be seen. I mean, if you look at, for example, Ukraine took Russia to the ICJ within a week of its invasion back in February 2022, and although the court said that Russia should halt its invasion, of course, that did not happen. Now, the only recourse you have is to then go to the UN Security Council to get these measures enforced, if the court grants them, of course. But yes, I mean, what we've seen recently, of course, with the wrangling over a UN resolution calling for a ceasefire, is that the US has Israel's back in the UN Security Council. So that's unlikely to happen. However, it is a symbol of it. South Africa, of course, has been vocal against Israel. They've also already in November called on the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, the other court that is here in the Netherlands, which targets individuals, to open an investigation also into crimes of what they call genocide being committed in Gaza. So it is just another string on the bow of South Africa as it tries to bring Israel to justice for the crimes that they see being committed in Gaza.